My name is Chidin Najak. I'm from Imo State. I got married to River State. I am the happiest woman on earth for what God has done in my life after so many years. I am so happy. I am so glad. Actually, I got married in the year 2016. And from that time till now, the marriage is about 6 years without no child. In fact, it was not easy for me. Been going from one place to another, taking medication to no avail. Sometimes I go to the altar, I cry, I say, God, why me? After this how many years of traditional and white wedding, not even a miscarriage or even whatever. I feel so sad when I see others with their children, and I'm just, receiving all kind of names. Some people will call you different kind of name. So I am not happy until when God remember me in the year 2020. Nothing like conception at all. Not even miscarriage for one day. So it wasn't easy, because sometimes the home will be too hot for you to stay. When you look at his own age, he will say he's not getting any younger. Yeah, his mate has gotten up to 2-3 children, and he's still like that. He himself is not happy. So sometimes when they go out, maybe with their fellow men, they will come back with sadness and they will transfer it to the wife. There was no joy in the marriage. In fact, I was so excited. I feel like that Jesus Christ has come down to the earth. I can't even hold my joy when I feel as I'm pregnant of this baby. From that day, the joy that was not in the marriage, God restored it back. There was happiness every day. How is my baby doing? How is this? How is that? There was joy. He was so happy that finally God had done it. When I was looking for this child, I attended OPM and met with Daddy one-on-one. He laid hand on my stomach and he prayed for me and gave me assignment on concession. So that time, that after the assignment, that was when I said, God, I don't want to take any medication again. I want to leave this thing for you, because I have gone every year. Now, you see, this year, 2020, I am not going to take anything. Whatever thing that you want to do with me, do with me. So I continue with prayer before the pregnancy enter. One of my neighbors then, she came here for registration. So when she now come back, she tell me about the place that I should go. So the first time I came, they said, no, there is a particular day they register people that I should go and come back first week of the next month for the registration. That is how I locate this place. Actually, before, my husband was working, but something happened that he lost his job. And then there was nothing. He was just doing whatever thing he see for us to survive. So, because of that, and I cannot afford money to go to hospital, because for me to stay 6 years without a child, at least I need a place where they will handle you well. And people have been talking about this place, how they handle people and all that, for the less privilege. So there was no money to go to hospital. That is why I said, let me come and register here, since this place is for less privilege. So now I'm not doing any business yet. My husband is a taxi driver. When he comes back on a daily basis, whatever thing that comes out, we use it to manage ourselves. The hospital has done a lot of things for me and my family, because this very thing is not something that my husband can be able to afford. If it happens, because on my own case now, when my baby entered just 9 months, my BP was so high. So the consultant advised me that I should not go for any injuries to deliver this child. So that they will operate me and they will bring out the baby so that the baby will be safe and I will be safe too. That is why they took me to theater. That the BP is high. By the time they induce me to deliver this child, maybe they don't know what will happen. But to save this baby and to save my own life, that I should go for CS. Even as I entered inside the theater, they were doing the operation. So when the baby now came out, because the veteran was there, doctors, all of them, they were there. So they just said the veteran, oh yeah, welcome the baby, welcome the baby. She just welcomed the baby. As she welcomed the baby, she just showed me, what is this sex? I said, baby girl. Before she now took the baby out for cleaning. After delivering that very Thursday, so they give my husband the placenta to go with. In fact, I have not seen this kind of thing before. Since that very day, because they admitted me on Thursday, since that very day, they have been taking care of us. But after the CS, when it is time for us to eat, they serve us pepper soup and white rice to eat. And from that day, they have been giving us in the morning, they will come and serve you your hot water, put hot water in your flask for your baby and for you to drink. They will serve you akamu in the morning and in the night to eat. I have not paid 1 naira for anything from the antenatal to the delivery. Even as I'm about to go now, I have not paid anything, any kobo. They have been giving me my drugs every day. Each day they give you your drugs, drip, everything is completely free of charge. I'm so grateful for what God has done. This is the handwork of God. It's only God that did it. That is why I will continue to serve Him. I will continue to give Him praise every day of my life for this wonderful work He has done in my life and my family, for restoring joy and happiness in my marriage. I just say thank you to God Almighty.
My name is Mrs. Obede Juliet, and I stay at Oyibo, Ehi Lane to be precise. And I'm from Imo State, Olu. My husband too is from Imo State. So today we've been me and my baby, we've been discharged from the OPM Free Specialist Hospital. One of the most wonderful things that God has passed through Apostle Dr. Chibuzo Chinyere to do for us. Someone might say, why am I smiling? Although my first interview here, I was actually crying while they were interviewing me. But now, I've seen so many reasons that I should smile instead of crying. You can see, lying beside me is my little princess, my bundle of joy that God has given to me. It's a thing that if not for that GO and if not for a place like this, I don't think that she would have been by my side. Either she would have forgotten that, even my husband himself not even know that a thing like this happened. It would have been a situation whereby I would have aborted her, or because when I took in as I got pregnant of this child, when I realized I'm pregnant 1 month, and I didn't tell my husband because the situation of things around was so critical that even to afford 2 square meals a day for the 2 boys I have at home, my 2 children at home, it was very hard. I would have to go from Oyibo where we are staying to Element Junction, or you mean, to go and sell pure water for us to see what to eat, because my husband is a driver. Since he lost his job, life has been very difficult for us. I will have to raise money from that pure water selling before we could be able to afford our 6 months house rent to pay. But since things is like this now, you go to sell the pure water, nothing is coming out of it again. So all we get from there is just to make sure that we eat. Even my son had to stop the school he was going at the time. But I really thank God that when I realized that I was pregnant of this child, and I was contemplating on what to do. On that fateful day, I've already taken my decision. I was about stepping out of the house when the thought came into me. NEPA just brought light. And I went in, I switched on the television, and lo and behold, they were showing the things that the GO is doing, and this hospital happens to be one of them. So what I did was I sat down. I was watching and watching, and women were giving their testimonies. I was like, I breathed. I said, is this really possible? Oh, it could be possible. Maybe it's for people that are related to that, the GO, or people that they know very well. People, somebody like me that my husband has now turned into a conductor that will leave the house 5 a.m. in the morning. He will trek from here to Oyibo roundabout. People that know there from Express, or Oyibo Express, where we're staying to Oyibo roundabout, to go and sit among the conductors. If bus come out, he will hustle. Gamma and follow him. At the end of the day, somebody might carry him and go to work. At the end of the day, he might come back around 5 in the evening, 6 o'clock in the evening, without nothing. He tell me, I didn't succeed today. We'll still manage. I said, I won't know me, Kwana. At the time that day, I didn't go to do the stupid thing I was going to do again. I was thinking. I said, why not take this decision and try? And this thing was happening that critical time of NSAS. There was no 1 naira, 5 naira in the house anyway. That time, because we were staying close to Express, where the army people were staying that time. If a man leaves the house, it's as if he's going to hand himself over to death. Men don't leave the house. Only women and children that have authority that time. And people might see you, they will not harm you, but they see young man or young boy to look as if they have seen their enemy. So men were staying at home, and myself, there was no road for me now. You know what was happening that time? To go to Oyibo, where I used to go and sell pure water. Jesus, like me and my children we were going to die out of hunger. So what I did was, I started with just 200 naira that was in my hand that day. I had to pay transport and manage myself, trek from Oyibo, that Iboiche road, come to Oyibo. And I sold pure water that day. As God may have it, I made a little money. I came back with it. That day, the following day again, I came again. I came 3 days. I saved money. It was very risky because on our way coming, you see, even fight sometimes. The driver will have to stop his bus, run. Everybody run inside the bush. People will fall inside water and that. But I had to do that business 3 days. Sell pure water 3 days and save money. I paid transport and came to this place that day. When I came that day, they told me that they are okay with the number of registration for the month. I should go and come back the following month. They gave me the date. I was praying. I was like, God, please don't forsake me. Since I've decided to keep this pregnancy, perhaps it's only 2 children I have, although 3, but 1 is dead. I have 2 now, so it's not as if I've had enough because of situation of things. That's why I'm thinking this stupid thing, but I'm not going to do it again. So please let it work for me. So the following month I came back, and lo and behold, I wrote my name. I left. They said they would call us. As God may have it, I was later called to come and do my scan. I came, I did my scan. That same day, we were interviewed. I was so scared. A week, 2 weeks, I didn't hear anything. I was crying. I was like worried. I said, God, I said it, that they will not call me, that I'm nobody. But that same Sunday that I've lost hope, that they're not calling me, a call came into my phone, that I should come to Open Free Specialist Hospital on Monday for my final scan and registration. Oh God. I came, I was registered, and everything was successful. I started at an interview with them. I mean, it has been so wonderful. I've not regretted why I came to this place for 1 day. Starting from the antenatal to this day, it has been wonderful. The nurses, the cleaners, the workers, the doctors, they are so sweet. That's why it's been said that don't listen to what people are saying. Go by yourself, confirm, and see whether what people are saying is truth or not. Things that I was hearing, but when I came to this place, was a different thing altogether. That the way they attend to us, starting from that day, nobody asked me to bring 5 naira. Even that they asked us to come for scan, I say, hey Jesus, I don't think, where am I going to look for 3,000, 4,000 for scan? People don't even have 1 naira. That day I had to go and borrow 1,000 from my neighbor to transport, because from Oyibo to this place, I used to spend 1,000. I had to go and borrow transport from my neighbor to come to this place for that scan. When I came, they said it's free. We did the scan. Started my registration. Today you can see me. And to cram it up, it's not even as a normal delivery. It's a cesarean section, operation, CS. With my situation, that if I start delivery, what I used to pass through, my last baby, they told me that I can push, but with the bleeding and other things, that if I try it, it might take my life. That was one of the things that I was contemplating that made me to say, I will abort this baby. So look at me here today, I'm smiling, I'm happy. Very healthy, very strong. As in that day they did the CS, I came out. In the next minute, I was walking around. I was like, is it the CS I used to see women do? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they will be lying down. They will be so weak. We just did it on Sunday. And look at me. We are going today. I'm very healthy. I'm very sound mind. They have been checking me every morning, every night, every afternoon, every night. Doctors will come, nurses will come, check you. Cleaners are doing their work. Everywhere is very neat. Am I to talk of the very sweet pepper soup and rice they gave to us that day? I had to eat it 3 times for me to finish that. And I even have to remind some of my husband when he came. He ate. He said, "How now they enjoy here? Every morning they give us pap. Before 5, the cook will bring hot water for our babies to bathe. The nurses they bathe our baby, clean us up. I mean, they attended to us. Even a place where they pay their huge amounts of money, 200, 500. I don't think they attend to them. That because I was hearing that this one will be sent a free hospital. You go there, but down here they go abandon is a lie. The nurses have been so kind. The midwives, they take care of us. Nobody's there with me. I've been alone from that day. After the CS on Sunday, my husband left on Monday. They have been so helpful. When you complain of any pain, before you know the wrong, and bring pain relief, inject you. Am I talking of the antibiotics injections? Is it the antibiotic drip they are beginning to use? Is it the ordinary drip on uncountable in a day? I know how many I take. Look at me, I'm very healthy, I'm very strong. Well, I don't have any other thing to say. What I will say is that I know that in this life everybody has problems. But whatever be the heart desire of Daddy G.O., Apostle Dr. Chibuzo Chinyere, the man after God's heart, that God has used to do a thing like this for people like us that don't have anywhere to go, that don't have it. If I should have gone to another hospital, I don't even have money for registration. How many times I did scan? More than 4 times. Here, free of charge. Scan outside now is 4,000, 5,000. They didn't collect 1 naira for any scan. Okay, if I've ended up with CS in another hospital, but I think by this time next year I would have still been there. I would have become a cleaner there because I don't have anybody. Husband is an ordinary conductor. Me, I'm a pure water seller. Even as I'm talking to you now, he was telling me yesterday that the landlord had that I put to bed. He said, okay, landlord came and met me. I was like, you have money. Okay, and I get money to go pay for hospital bill. When your wife carry that picking, they come back. Man, so when you carry it. I was telling him, don't worry. That God will do his own thing. Because I know we are owing him. He said, I will go and beg him and say, sir, please help us. Have mercy on us. So I'm very, very happy. Whatever be the heart desire of Daddy G.O., I pray that God should grant it unto him. There's a saying that Daddy G.O. always say, when you say, it will be like telling him, God bless you. You say, I'm already blessed. That what he's looking for now is that power that when he pass, that maybe you will not even know that somebody is dead there, but if he pass, the dead man will rise, the sick, the cripple will be healed. That is the kind of power he is asking for. And I want God to give him that power and give him more. And any man on this earth, born of a woman that will think evil about that or any member of his family, that evil will go back to that person. Whatever be his heart desire, I pray that God should grant it unto him. If not for him, people like us, that would have ended up dead, or I would have been in the hospital for 2 years. Because I don't think, when we can't afford 3 square meters in a day, we are owing house rent, being threatened by the landlord. I don't think his hospital bill I would have been able to afford. So I say to this great God, who have used Apostle Dr. Chibuzo Chinyere to do a great thing like this for people like us, I say may his name alone be highly exalted in the name of Jesus. My CS is not emergency, it was elective. And elective is something that you yourself took the decision. So I was telling him, my baby I had 217, that one died in my stomach. After the delivery of the baby, I had bleeding. They had to sew my cervix, bring it out from where my distance and sew it. And I took 7 pounds of blood. My life was just God's grace that I came out alive. They told me that it won't happen again. 2019, when I gave birth to my last baby that is 2 years now, the same issue repeated itself. The following day, I was almost taken to the theater after I've delivered to go and open me up. Or I've delivered normally. So that was the reason. When I told our special consultant, he said, okay, that is enough reason for me not to go through normal delivery. And since I didn't give enough gap, it's not to 3 years. I had that when it happened. But the placenta, they gave it to my husband. He took it. The kind of person that I like to hope, but I don't want to feel hopeless. But as you can see, I'm not being proud. But for years now, at least for 3 years, and I'll say half of the family responsibilities have been on me. It's not that my husband is a lazy man. He goes out every morning. He's a driver. He has worked with so many people, even worked with some politicians. But see the way the country is now. Nobody recognizes people like us. We end up taking taxi to drive, but now nobody even agrees to give him taxi to drive, so he end up now as a conductor. In a week sef, he will not even go the conductor work 2 times because he will not be to somebody that he full and go to work. So now, I don't know, I've put to bed, I can't go to Elme Junction to go and sell pure water again. So my hope is just on God. I don't have any plan, but I feel that God will not let him swing down. That is just it. I have 1,000 naira here. So if that's what I was telling my husband with CS I did. I'm not supposed to enter from one taxi to the other, but I will have to manage. Even if we get to a place that I will have to beg and say, please take us to so and so junction. We don't have money, these are conditions. Okay. That God should bring us somebody that will help us to get home. My uttermost worry now is, despite the fact that I'm smiling, if you had my husband is there, look, you see his face since yesterday that he came, he has not been said, refused to tell me. Just as my roommate left, I was asking him, I was telling him that our landlord comforted him yesterday and was like, okay, and I'll not get money to pay me for 2 years when they owe me, but I'll get money to, I heard your wife don't born when they come back. That is not that he will show us. I was telling him, it's up to 2 years, because since my husband work stopped, I used to be the one that would raise money for my pure water selling, pay 200 contribution and pay 6 months. But all this while, the pure water business is not even something to write to my back, talk more of feeding and paying. So that's what they owe him. Don't owe him before, just that. So I said, when we get to him, I'll go and beg him. Then if he decide that he wants to throw me out with my newborn baby, let it be. I have not paid. The only thing I used to think about when he gets my entire day is I will start using my transportation ahead of time, start saving my money for transportation. That is just it. Instead, itself, when we come, some of the doctors and the nurses will order free food. There's one lady that used to sell food outside. We'll go and give the lady money to give us all the mother, even if we are 150 number, and they should give us food. We eat. One of the days I came on an empty stomach. I was very, very hungry, with pregnancy. Like it was when one of the doctors here was counting the mothers. I jumped in, they chanted me. And they were like, people should go outside. Let her give you anything you want to eat. So instead of them to have collected money from us, we are gaining money. Nobody collected 1 naira from the day 1 to today.
OPN, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
My name is Amarachi from Imo State. I'm smiling because of what God has using the Geo to do in our life. I'm smiling again because I'm seeing my baby alive. Shut, I don't even know how to express my feelings. In all things, I give God the glory, and I bless this God who has made it possible for me to see my baby alive and for me to be alive too. This baby, I say I will name them testimony, but because this baby caused a lot between me and their father. Their father even said I should go and abort this baby, that he's not ready yet. I said no, I will not abort this baby. Complete 2 weeks in the house. Don't talk to me. He's still on his own, I still on my own. I said I will not abort this baby. So I now go and report to my mom. My mom now said I should call him. My mom now talk to him, say she should leave him, say don't know if this baby will bring blessing, all those things. So I now report to his elder sister, to his elder sister now talk to him. From there, he now pick up, say I know that you don't have job, that things is very rough now, you hardly before you eat, if you don't go and hustle, nothing will come out. He's working at Indomie shop before. So somebody now set him up in that Indomie shop. So From there, now start having problem with the organ. So from there, they are two now having issue, all those things, even lead to a fight. They want to lead to a police station. I start begging the man, telling the man about my condition, all those things. I said, don't worry, God will make a way. God that bring these children will make a way for us. It's okay, no wahala. Now let's manage to this stage. And I thank God. God has done it. And I don't know in short, I'm very, very happy. I'm overwhelmed because seeing these two children, I don't even know that, oh God, these children is a blessing to me. I want these children to be like Daddy Gio, so they will help people the way that Gio is helping people. They will help nation. They will be a blessing to a nation because these children have shown me that doing good is very, very good. And these children will be a blessing to a nation. Nation will hear their name and they will go further. They will go higher. They will be a blessing to people. They will touch people's lives. Because, oh God, I don't know what to say, but for all things, I give God all the glory. Him that has made it possible. His name may not be highly exalted. Things was very rough. Even when I have my first baby, things was very, very rough. Even to pay the hospital bill safe, it's a problem. So somebody now directed me, one girl in an OPM, she said she's a choir member. She said she will look for somebody that knows this place. She will bring the address. Now she now bring the address for us. She said I should go to that place. So the first day I came, they say it's not the interview that I should go. I should come back on Monday. And I came. Then I came and said, God, I've come, oh, help me. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to run to. I don't know who will help me. Because I don't want to enter into another problem the way I enter into my first baby. My first baby was serious. I nearly give up my life. But God said, my daughter is not yet your time. When we got there, they say we should bring 250. Where will I bring 250? I have 250. I've been a big woman or ugly wife or Mickey wife. 20,000 stuff I don't even have. So where will I bring 250? So one time I run around, meet all his friends. This one I don't have. Hey, this one I don't have. So I don't have. Run around. So bring 50,000. The man said we not collect 50,000 except to deposit 150 before we start attending to us. Start begging the man. Okay, please help me. As you are begging himself, I'm losing strength. If you are begging, I'm losing strength. And my eyes start turning me. The next thing I fainted. So people now come and talking to the man. The man said, okay, but after that, we should bring the money. We should bring the remaining money. How do you see the money now? Because of that, because of no money, we stay up to 1 month in the hospital just to raise up the money. But things, God did his own thing in his own way. Somebody I don't even know, person that came to look somebody in the hospital is the person that paid the remaining money for us. They have tried. They have tried in making me to be a partaker of it. They have tried for taking care of me from the day one until the day I give birth to these children. Till now, so we are still taking care of me. Imagine cook rice and pepper soup, be feeding me as if I'm in my house, eating well. So I'm so happy. I'm very, very happy. I'm not working. I'm just selling fruits. When my mother go to the bush market and buy fruit and come, I will help her and sell. Anything that come out of it, I will take. Then she will take the remaining money. That is how I'm doing it. 1 naira they didn't charge me. Everything is free. They give me drugs free. They check me free. They do scan free. Everything, in short, everything around here is free. Even the doctor says sometimes we come to hospital, we come to antenatal, you buy us food, we eat. So I've not seen this kind of thing before. It's because of the first CS I do. They say if they allow me to go through labor, there will be a disaster, that the place is not yet dry well, that they should do me operation to bring out the baby, to save the baby's life. They showed me the first one and they showed me the second one. I was so happy. A baby placenta. They put it in a nylon. They now give it to me that I should take it home. That one, I say they are feeding me well, as if I'm in my own house. They are feeding me 3 times in a day. I just want to tell God, thank you for what you have used Daddy Gio to do in my life and the life of my babies. I just want to thank God for using him to be a blessing to a nation, a blessing to the less privileged, for making me to be a partaker of his blessing. I just want to thank God. I want God to feed him with more strength, more wisdom, and more understanding. I want God to bless him more abundantly. May his pocket never go dry. Whosoever that contributed in this OPM free hospital, may God bless them. May God nourish their pockets. May they never go into sorrow. May they never see any danger. Oh God. May God bless them. And I just want to thank God. For all things, I give God the glory. Because there is nobody who can do this. That the Gio have been a blessing to.
Your coconut ready for raw power.
By the grace of God, Sunday is going to be wow. It's going to be financial healing, physical healing, and spiritual healing.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in Action. Dr. Jesus in Action. God is here.